One of the most natural things we want to do as parents is to protect our kids from pain and hardship. But if we remember that one of the most important jobs as parents is to raise our kids to have the resilience to handle the ups and downs of life, the faith to trust God to be their strength and security, and the capacity to respond to life with character and courage, well, then our perspective begins to shift. Let's face it, life can be really tough, and bad things can happen to all of us. And when life is hard, we often feel helpless, like we have no power to change our lives. But the truth is, we all have significant power in our lives, often not by changing what's happening in our lives or the people around us, but it's by taking control of the way we experience life. I want to share with you 5 key skills to help your child develop resilience. First of all, we want to teach them how to monitor their inside world and regulate their emotions and thoughts. That means learning to pay attention to our kids' emotions rather than ignoring them. It means helping them analyze their feelings, to understand what the situation was that prompted those feelings, and also how they interpreted that situation, as how they perceive the event impacts how they will feel. And secondly, it means understanding and validating their feelings, helping them label their thoughts and their feelings. This is the very important gift of empathy. I can't empathize enough how important empathy is to resilience in our kids. Your empathy can help them to experience their feelings, so it'll open them up to be able to express and process their emotions. Remember, empathy doesn't mean you agree with their perspective, but you understand their feelings. Then third, work with your kids to find solutions to their problems, asking what can be done to make the situation better, or what might be a better way to look at the situation so it doesn't make you feel so bad. Helping them put things into perspective doesn't minimize their emotion, especially if you've already given your child lots of empathy. But responding in a calm and rational way will help your child to feel less out of control, and it won't escalate the situation in their minds. Now, I want to comment especially on how you respond when your kids are afraid. Now, it's common when we're afraid of something that we want to avoid it. And as parents, we can fall into the trap of protecting our kids from facing their fears. But every single time your child avoids a situation because of fear, their fear only grows bigger and bigger until it begins to control their decisions and expand to other situations in their life. You need to be the one to believe in their ability to face their fears and to gently push them forward to do so. Parents, please don't let your kids give in to their fears. It only ultimately leads to bondage and a lifetime of missed opportunities because of their fear. At the same time, be sensitive to the timing of it, how much to push and when, and always challenge them in an age-appropriate way. A good coach combines a balance of sensitivity and encouragement, bit of support and also challenge. Fourth, resilience building involves setting limits on behavior. This is critical. Children have to be taught that feeling intense doesn't grant them license to act out. Rather, it's more of an opportunity to examine their feelings and situations and then to govern their feelings. So even as you respond with empathy, make sure to set appropriate limits and implement consequences in a calm and loving manner. And finally, fifth, is to build our kids' ability to tolerate distress. What if, regardless of what your kids do, they can't make things better right away? Well, and another important skill to teach our kids is how to tolerate painful events and emotions when they can't make things better right away. This is real life. Events happen outside of our control that cause us pain. Our kids will experience disappointment and loss and hurt and betrayal along the way, and there's often nothing they can do to make things better right away. A key component to distress tolerance is their capacity to accept reality, not to run away from it or deny it or give up. Now remember, to accept something isn't the same as judging it as good. It's just simply accepting it that it is. When we spend all our energies fighting reality, we end up exhausted and overwhelmed, and nothing has changed. We just have no more internal resources to deal with that reality. So what can you do when tough things happen? You can teach your kids how to self-soothe using their senses. That could mean taking a walk and using their eyes to see the beauty all around. You could also put on calming music for your kids, sing them their favorite song, or just listen to the sounds of nature all around. Give them a bubble bath, or teach them how to hug their favorite stuffed animal or a soft blanket. You know, soft massage can also be soothing, as is teaching them how to deep breathe. Most importantly, Teach your kids how to pray, how to pour out their problems to God, how to ask Him for strength and wisdom, and how to be honest in expressing to Him how they feel. Teach them how to hold on to His promises and the truth of His sovereignty, love, and goodness. With God's help, our kids can have the resilience to handle life with character and faith.